Hey, Chef Bruno here. We're going to make chocolate mousse today. Our chocolate mousse will have some basic ingredients. Number one, we're going to start off with chocolate. Because this is the main ingredient, you want to choose a good quality chocolate. And without putting the name out there, these little bars here are not really what you want. You're going to want something with a little more flavor. So what we have is this cocoa berry Calabo 58% dark chocolate. This falls into the semi-sweet category. It's going to give you a lot more flavor. So 58%. What that means, you have 42% sugar in it, so great chocolate flavor. The chocolate that we have comes in these pellets, and we're going to use about 6 ounces of these. And when you go to the grocery store, you can most certainly get a different brand name that is a semi-sweet. Anything from 55 to about 70% is going to work just fine. If it does come in a bar type, you're going to want to break the pieces up so they resemble little pistoles like these. Now, these are going to be very easy to melt. And in order to melt our chocolate, we're going to grab a bowl and put it on a double boiler. So what we have here, we have an inch of water, set our stainless steel bowl on top, and we put our chocolate inside. All right, so now we have the chocolate melting slowly. Let's go ahead and look at what a double boiler actually is. Well, in our case, we have a large pot, 1 inch of simmering, low simmer water, and in a bowl that goes on top. The only thing that's really heating this bowl is the steam that you can see coming up here. That's going to be about 212 degrees. Chocolate does not like to get overheated, so you have to heat it nice and slow. Very gentle. Yes, you can heat up your chocolate in a microwave, but the problem with that is that microwaves heat from the inside out, and they actually scorch your chocolate. All right, so we're just going to melt here till this is probably at about 110 degrees is where we're going to go with this. If you go above 120 much, it will crystallize. Just keep that in mind. All right, we're almost there. And again, shaved chocolate or smaller pieces of chocolate will melt out more evenly, so your temperature will actually stay much more level in the bowl here. If you have large chunks, you're just going to try to keep working them out, and then you're going to overheat the chocolate. So this is what we're looking for right here. A few more chunks in here, they're going to melt out just fine. Let's go ahead and set this aside, and let's talk about the next ingredients. So in order to make the mousse a mousse, mousse, by the way, is French for air or frothy. We're gonna have to use heavy whipping cream. And heavy whipping cream, you can get this at the grocery store. It needs to be about 36% or higher fat. All right, so what we have here is we have our 11 ounces of cream, and in order to avoid making a whole bunch of noise, I've already pre-whipped some for you guys, so hang tight. All right, the next thing in our mousse that's going to give you some more flavor is going to be the addition of the yolk. So mousses do have, generally speaking, bases. And our base in this case here is going to be a pâte baume. A pâte baume, again, is French for a mixture of yolks and sugar and water that's been cooked and combined and whipped to its nice and pale ribbon stage is what we call that. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. The only issue with this is that I cannot put raw yolk in my mousse. So what we're going to do is we have to heat this up. This is where, again, the double boiler comes in very handy. And we're going to combine the sugar. You have 1 ounce of water in here. And you have your egg yolk. We're going to combine all this and bring it up to 165. That is our magic number because we're going to pasteurize this. Okay. Whisk. And again, gentle. Yes, you could do this on direct heat in a pot by itself, but again, it's more than most likely going to scorch or overcook, and I don't want scrambled eggs in my chocolate mousse. Now, as you know, when you separate your eggs out, one of the things that we run into are these little white gunky things that we call chalazé. It is the white umbilical cord of the egg that connects your yolk to the white. When a student makes this mousse for me and I have to taste it, I'm always the one that gets a spoonful of chicken belly buttons in my mouth. It is terrible. So what I like for you to do is we're going to make sure that we're ready for the next step. That is, we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to put it through a strainer to get the chicken belly buttons out. Okay, so again, what's the temperature here? We're shooting for 165. 165. Okay, now whisk, whisk, whisk all the The only thing we have to do here is we have to keep the egg from curdling. This is already good. So we're just heating it up, and it's reached about 170. So now we're going to strain it. And notice that there are no stuck egg pieces in my bowl, but you ready for this? There is your chalazes. Those are the little white gunkies that I don't like to eat. So we're gonna obviously get rid of these. Okay? All right. So, in order to create this pâte de bombe, or egg yolk that's whipped to ribbon stage, we're going to have to put it in a mixer. And this will get a little loud, so we might have to come back for this. While this is whipping, we do have our cream ready to go. And again, we were looking for a ribbon stage on the cream, a soft peak actually. Soft peak cream. Like this right here. Quite nice. Chocolate is still warm. Keep that up to about 110. If you need to, you can put it back on with a double boiler just to get a little more of the chill out of it if your room is cold. And the recipe, again, we had 3 egg yolks. We had about 1.5 ounces of granulated sugar, 1 ounce of water, 6 ounces of chocolate, and 11 ounces of cream. And we're almost there. And again, the reason for using this base is to add more richness to the mousse. It will also make this less likely to become chocolate chip mousse, which we all made before. We're starting to get a nice pale yellow. We're almost there. All right, for the purpose of the video, we're going to stop right here. But you can see how it's starting to turn almost a mayonnaise consistency. You can go a little further here, and it will give you more volume. Okay, set this aside. All right, so here we go. We have our base. In this case, it's going to be the pâte de bombe. We have our flavor, which will be the chocolate, the dark chocolate. We have our aerator, which is going to be the whipped cream. Whipped cream is at soft peaks. All right, so what do I do first? Well, the biggest thing is that I've always had a problem with is when I added the chocolate to the cold ingredients, it would seize on me. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take some of the cream, and usually about a whiskful will work just fine. And I'm going to very, very quickly force it into the chocolate like this. And that buys me just a little bit of time so that my mousse has no chance of developing lumps. So now I'm going to add my whipped egg yolk, again, a pâte de bombe, into this mixture. And again, these are pasteurized, so safe to eat. This is going to make the mousse more rich, give you more of a silky taste in your mouth. The egg also contains, the egg yolk contains lecithin, which is an emulsifier. This can help making the mixture more homogeneous. Boy, just look at that. And now I'm ready for the cream. So all I have to do is I simply take all this soft whipped cream right on top of the chocolate. Actually, what we can have, that's fine. Now we can simply fold it in. And yes, I'm folding with a whisk, but this allows me to really be more efficient at it without over whipping it. So this is a folding method, not a whipping method. And look at that, we have a beautiful, beautiful mousse. Gorgeous. No gelatin needed because of the dark chocolate, which once it is cooling back down, it will actually set the mousse up for you. All right. We have a beautiful mousse. I'm going to just cut that in a little bit like this. And now we're ready. So the next step is going to be to display the mousse. And what I have here are a couple of different vessels. I've already taken a little bit of raspberry jam. You can add Grand Marnier or a different type of liqueur just to loosen it up a little bit. And you can put that in your container. And now we're going to deposit the mousse in these containers. So if you're doing a dinner party, this is really, really easy, really great to do ahead of time. Piping bag, you can most certainly use a Ziploc bag. going to take the mousse, put it in the bag. In the bag is the key. I've certainly spilled plenty of mousse in my time. This has come out quite nice, beautiful shine, not overwhipped. Now we're going to carefully cut the bag. Great pair of scissors. All right, cut past the piping tips prongs so you can actually see the design of the mousse. And now we're going to do pipe our mousse. Gorgeous. Okay. Then to finish it up, we'll add a little decor to it. I have a little cream here. This is chantilly cream. So about a cup of cream, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and about half tablespoon of vanilla. Put a little bit of that on top. And to complete, we can add just a little bit of the chocolate. We can shave some on top. And to make it even more fancy, I've done a little bit of chocolate work ahead of time. A little garnish we did with tempered couverture, the same chocolate we used for the mousse. Break it up. Put a little bit of that along the mousse. Your guests will be wowed. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Again, dark chocolate mousse. Thank you.